Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. I have some problems with my internet here, so I need to use a different device here. So I think it's fine. So good to see you all. We have Rodrigo. Rodrigo is back after the long holiday.
Yeah,
He took a good holiday.
I wish.
So yeah, yeah. Well, we cannot complain because today we have a very bright and sunny day here in Ireland. Surprisingly, we had an amazing day today, amazing weather today. So, welcome our friends from the United States, Kardec radio listeners. Thank you very much for your audience, your time, your availability as well. So, uh, we will have Nade joining us in a few minutes. She's having some problems at work. She'll be late here, but she will join us and keep helping us with this discussion today. And we gave some holidays to Wanderley. Everybody deserves a holiday. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So today's topic is it's about our instinct, how it works. Again, Rodrigo and me, we are not in a position to teach anything to you. We are just talking what we know, what the spirit books is saying to us, and then we will give our thoughts, and it's entirely up to you to follow or to discuss, agree, don't agree. Like here it's
This is an open conversation, so anyone can
open.
join, can join here, and then give your thoughts, give your what you think, and share, and then we can discuss. We can have a nice talk through this hour together.
Yeah. Hey, Don. Good afternoon for you, Don. I hope you're well there as well. Nice to see you. Okay. So, in order to start, I will do our initial prayer. Okay. So, I would ask everyone to sit comfortably if you can, if you want, if you can. I invite you to close your eyes and lift up your heart, your mind, in order to make connection with superior spirits, with Jesus himself, in order to guide us in this conversation. And while you are listening us, putting your comments, may the superior spirits be with you, treating you as according to your merits, according to your needs. So be it. Amen. Sorry. Okay. So let's start. Let's start. Let's talk here. So what today we're gonna talk about is the law of conservation. The law of conservation, you can find an entire chapter, is chapter 5 of the Spirit's book. And law of conservation is one of the laws of God as well. But I'd like to start this discussing in order to ask you guys, do you know what it is? Law of conservation. What do you, if you don't know, what the what what do you think about it? What do you think this refers to? Okay, use the comment box, write it down, and let us know what do you think what it is. Law of conservation. Okay, so Rodrigo,
Yep. So I
law
think
of
the name. Hmm?
law of conservation. We find this on question 702 in the Spirits book. What do you think about it?
I think the name is pretty straightforward. Is how we can survive in your reality. It doesn't matter which. It can work for the humankind, for the animals, for the plants. So, and it's how we our instincts are are, are awake, are always aware in order when we are passing through something that can danger ourselves,
Mm.
and then how we're going to react to it. No, I think this is connected not only with our inner, or with our inner feelings, but also with our mind, with our thoughts, with our morals. No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, law for me, law of conservation. When I think about it, the first thing come up to my mind is survival instinct, because I want to preserve myself. So once I want to do this, I need to survive. So if I need to survive, I need to use sometimes the instinct. That's why the topic of today, our instinct, because we want to survive. It doesn't matter where you are, uh, where you live. I don't know. Perhaps the winter in Chicago, Don, it's pretty intense. It's not like the rainy days here in Ireland, and if you compare to our friends in, I don't know, in the desert, it's extremely dry. So we need to figure out this. Okay, so look who's here.
Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm late.
Hey, Nady, how are you?
I'm good now.
Good.
Runny like usually, but I'm here.
Yeah, we always have to have. Yes. Just keep going on my train of thought. Um, we needed to survive. We needed to do whatever we must do it in terms of adapt ourselves. Like we are adapted here with the Irish weather. Our friends again in the desert, they are adapted to the dry weather and so on. Okay, and these make you survive, make you keep going. Okay, so this is the law of conservation. What make you adapt yourself and allow you to move on, to keep going on this pathway? Do you agree, guys?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, like any other, like any other law, God's law. This is our always in our conscious, isn't it? No, because God's law is already in our conscious.
this is a natural law. No, this is a everyone is born with that sort of resources, inner resource that we have. No, and of course, as you said, it's a God's law. No, as the moral law, as the moral laws.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you when you say that it is a way that we adapt ourselves to the reality that we are into. No, uh, not only about the weather, but about our feelings as well. No, about our friendship, about our community. So we always, I think that we always need to adapt, not to be accepted by the others, but to make things easier for us. And of course, this helps us a lot to to grow, to 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 have more, to be more mature about everything. You know, when we face something that is always make us upset or demands any change in our life, that's a way. That's a way to, I would say, to grow. A way to grow. No, for growth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it is. Yes, yeah. I just used the weather example, but
Yeah.
what you
No.
said
Yeah.
everything. You need to adapt to your feelings. You need to adapt to your patience. I don't know, your when you're working somewhere, you need to adapt yourself with the way they do the business there. So um, when you decide to marry, so you need to adapt to your partner, because if you don't adapt to your partner, you always live in a mess, in a confusion, and the partner needs to adapt to you as well. So it's a two-way street. That's the good news, because this is not just happen to you. This happens to you and all the other people. Put in your mind that this is a two-way street. You know, uh, and and perhaps we need to think in something who takes us to question 590 of the Spirit's book, because according to, to Emmanuel, we have lived in everything that has a spirit. Okay, everything has a principle of the spirit. For example, plants. It's not the spirit itself; it's a principle of spirit. Okay, the animals, they do have the spirits as well. So we do have these type of uh, uh, um, let's say stage, like we are doing kind of internship in this stage until we have evolved up to a level in which we have our spirit, and then we could have our evolution as we know, like today. So it is a constant progress. It's a constant. We are in constant evolution. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And let me see what I have. But what's the why God creates these? Do you have an idea about it?
Uh, like the other ones, when God created the whole, let's say, the whole package, right?
Mm-hmm.
The law of reproduction, the law of conservation, the law of what else? There's
Reproduction.
reproduction and even conservation. What's the other? Is the let me see if I find it very quick here. Reproduction, conservation, and destruction as well,
Yeah.
because there is a law of destructions, and all these laws that he allow society, progress, all these laws, all this
Yeah.
group
It
of laws that he created, everything is connected, right?
natural law, adoration law, work law, reproduction law, conservation law, destruction law, society law, progress law, equality law, freedom law, just love and charity law. Okay, it's enough of law.
See, it's just like it's a whole package
Yeah.
that is connected. We are talking here about just the law of conservation. We are focused on the law of conservation, of course, but for me, like one thing get to another, and everything is connected. It's like one that cannot exist without the other. It's like a chain, right? And as I say, everything is connected, and this law applies not just for the humankind, like you said, but for everything in our planet. Everything has this law in a different way. Every species, every group who lives in the planet, they use this law in a different way, you know. But it's the same law and applies to every creature or things that live in the earth on this that we are now. So
Yeah.
the conservation is is important as much as the other laws on this conjunct.
Nate, just one comment here with Don saying he's confused because we are saying the word conservation, and his book on question 702 says self-preservation or just preservation. Don, yeah, perhaps it's my
Can be
translation
addiction.
here. That's my book here. Let me find out what is the translation, the most recent translation. I let you know. But self-preservation or preservation and conservation, we're talking about the same thing, Don. Nate, sorry, you can keep going, please.
No, yes, that's true. I think I have another edition in English, Don, that say the same. That is self-conservation. Yes, so don't worry about the conception is the same. Just the word that is some books, some edition was different. That's right. But yes, I don't see. I'm study exactly this chapter now on the Wednesday on the group on studies group, and we are talking exactly about the laws of conservation right now. So yes, it's kind of is essential for us, this law, to live in this planet. And like I said before, it's applied to everything in Earth, or even to the minerals, to the plants, to the animals, and to humankind. You know, and yeah, you can see this very good on, for example, the plants, how they adapt themselves. You know, how they change according with the weather, the the environment, how they change to survive. Is the same happen with the animals, you know, that living here now. They many animals that we have, they exist for long, but they change a little bit. They evolve as well, and they adapt themselves to the new habitat. You know, they apply all the laws as well, because like Rodrigo said before, it's part of the evolution. These laws is to help us to evolve.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be, yeah, just something here. Would be our life expectation, because if you look back in 50 years ago, 60 years ago, the life expectation was about 55 years old, and nowadays we're getting people is living 65, 75, depending on where they are. We have people who live in the first world, which is characterized as a first world living a bit longer. We have just here near to us Italy that people have is living there for almost 90 years old. So I think that it's all connected because even our body, our system, our immune system is being connected to that God's law, the preservation or conservation. We are adapting ourselves not only for the environment, not only for the society, but also for the way that we are eating.
Mm.
We are seeing now many other diseases that was not common in 40 years, 50 years ago. I'm not talking about COVID. It's completely another matter for that subject now. But as the world, as the planet Earth, is under evolution. The human being or any other kind of life in this earth, it is also following this evolution. And also the spirits as well. As we know, not many spirits will be invited to reincarnate here in this planet in near future. So the self-preservation is, for myself, for my concept, it's very related to evolution. I think if we can find a word or figure out a word to exemplify this conservation, preservation, would be evolution.
Yeah, and using the most recent translation we have done, it's called law of preservation. And if we go to question 703, what was God's purpose in granting the instinct of self-preservation to all living beings? That's good because we need to survive, no? And this is normal to everyone who are incarnated. The plants, the animals, ourselves, the human beings. So why we need to? Because the answer is amazing. All beings must collaborate in the designs of providence. Life is necessary for beings to perfect themselves. They sense this instinctively without perceiving it. Like breathe. If I ask you how many times have you breathed today, you don't know how to count because you breathe to survive. You do it to survive. Uh, if you don't eat, you're gonna die. Why? Because you need to eat to survive. If you don't drink water, same thing. I know some people just drink beer or wine or what is a different, but
Or
you
coffee.
need to put something wet on your mouth, you know?
Or coffee. Only coffee.
Coffee, in Rodrigo's case is coffee, Nate as well. Yeah, but we need to survive. We need to. But that is a fine tune because what is, let's say, if this is a creation of God, we have the self preservation. Looks like Don is a coffee man as well. Yeah. So the question is like, okay, this is a law of God. This is applies to everyone, human beings, animals, and plants who are here on this planet. And why we do have people dying for starvation, dying because uh, they do not have water to drink. Let's just use these two examples, because if it's a God's law, this should be uh, balanced to everyone, isn't it?
Yep.
You know, so
Yeah, but I don't remember now. I couldn't find the question because my book is different. But according with the spirits, uh, God provided us all the beings without exception, all the needs for survive, all the basic needs for survive. So this means that we have like all the planets, all the beings that here, God, the nature, provides the means of survive. But what's happened many times, I think, what they say is many times we don't see it, we don't use, or we do the wrong use of it. And I believe the last one, the wrong doing, or the wrongdoing of the things, is what lead us to the situation that we are now. When for some has much, a lot, and for the others nothing. That we create this unbalance on the planet, you know. But
yeah,
we have enough on the planet for every human being to to survive, every creature on the earth to survive. But because of the laws, because of the way that we conduct the situation and the resource of the planet, for some people there is nothing, for some people there is much. You know, so we are responsible for this. No
yeah,
God, no on the planet.
yeah. This the answer for that question we find on question 705, and say the earth would always produce what is needed if humans knew how to be content. So, in other words, uh, recently we have had some experience about it. How many people, when they announced the lockdown, like in the U.S., did you buy your toilet paper? We saw a lot of videos people fighting for toilet paper. No, we saw a lot of videos people
And we
fighting
keep and
for.
we are trying to figure out why, you know. We still
Yeah,
try to figure out why.
yeah, yeah. We saw people fighting for hand sanitizer, and then people fighting for food. You know, we see a lot of example like people being greed in order to take everything and don't care about the someone beside him.
Yeah, but I see. Yeah, Dan, this was so weird. But I
Yeah,
see here in Ireland, if we go back to 2018, I think it was January or February, was early 2018. We had snow here. The snow here was pretty intense. Was the strong snow for
not,
3
by
days.
the way, open bracket, not like in Chicago, okay?
No, yeah, but for Dublin, for
Yeah,
Ireland, yeah, for Ireland, it was like extra. Let's say something wrong. No, then everything stopped here. The business, most of the businesses were closed for 3 days because of
It was a snowstorm.
15 centimeters of snow. Of course, not compared to Chicago or to London or to anywhere, but in Ireland, it's kind of surprisingly. And people were fighting for bread,
yeah,
only for bread. And then, but when I say they're fighting, they were literally fighting. They went to the shelves on the supermarkets or in any store or the stores, and they were buying only bread. One packet was enough for 3 days. People were buying 10.
And we have the period the bread's gonna be good. It's like eat before is
Eat
best.
before it's
Whatever.
mostly 5 days. No, then people are just getting bread for a month because of three days is no. But that show how people sometimes, or how are we are not prepared for such events, but not prepared with food, not prepared mentally. We're not strong enough to understand or to have the sympathy to see that other people will need that. No?
They show how we're still selfish.
Exactly. So, how I think one of the questions that we can raise here is: are we ready for for to understand the sharing, or have the compassion, or have the sympathy with the others, when our kind, not our life, but our way to live, it's in risk, is in at stake, no? Because if something is missing, if we got now, let's bring to nowadays, okay? We don't know what's going on with UK and EU. We have no idea.
Mm.
So, I think the world has no idea what's going on. But anyway, will be in December people storing food again because they're afraid of what's going to happen. And then, okay, who has the ones who has money, they will be able to store whatever they want in amount of quantity that they wanted. But what about the others? What about the elderly that cannot go to the supermarket every and buy a lot of things?
I recall like one even this lockdown, we have shortage of bread because here in Ireland
Is bread
it's
and
bread.
bean.
It's not toilet paper, but it's bread. But I saw an image when someone had like 10 packs of bread in the car, and a very old person was just one pack in in his hands.
Yeah. So yeah, I think sometimes this instinct, it's just driving. Is a kind of showing how people are acting when they think that they are at risk. Let's say if any animal, let's compare to a lion here, if they think they're at risk, they're gonna attack. They're gonna try to kill the other animal that's trying to attack him first. And what we are doing, we're just being selfish. That's a level of our conscience as well. No, as much as we learn, and as much as we get in contact, in touch with spiritism, with the laws. Stephen just read how many laws God has left for us. Now, there's many laws. To follow all the laws won't be easy. He's trying to get one sorted. And then when we're gonna be mentally or more or with our morals, with the sympathy to another one, to other person? Is my needs more important than my neighbor's needs? I don't care if my neighbor didn't get if didn't get the bread. The bread was there. He didn't buy because he didn't want. Is that right?
Hmm.
No. Yeah, get some thoughts.
We still use the wrong laws. We use the laws of who get there first is the smart one.
Yeah, we kind of are losing we're just taking the law of destruction and using it in a literal way. No, we're not thinking even about my needs come first. I don't
Yeah.
care. We are
Yeah, and then
we are facing this right now as well with COVID-19. How many people are being asked to wear a simple mask, and how many people even are wearing the mask? It's not because just for whoever is using, but to prevent to spread the virus to the other one. to other people. So it's just simple. You don't need to wear the mask all the time while we are at home. Just when you go outside,
Yeah.
when you get a bus, when you go to the supermarket.
Like Don says here, we always had some food available here. My wife is vegetarian, and we always had vegetables. Meat was less available at times. Yeah, Don. Like law preservation, you can even plant these on your backyard. No, you can have some lettuce. You can have some, I don't know, carrots, perhaps hardish. So you can. This is survival. You know, I don't know if she's vegan or not, but you also can have chicken. You know.
You have for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So this is life. So,
Yeah,
but
no, we are seeing nowadays people eating less meat. They are ready for that. They are ready for that change in their lives. But most of the world is not ready yet. But we will get there. It's slowly. If we look at the picture today, is much better than how was the picture in 50 years ago. We are in constantly adaptation and evolution. That's it's our preservation law in society, in community, in society, in friendship, in marriage, in any kind of relationship, in our work. We are always adapting ourselves. Of course, we don't need to change who we are, but you can improve.
Oh yeah, no. Marcia said something. Evolution is the law. Evolution, yeah,
yeah,
that's the
that
main law. But one thing that I was thinking, like when we were talking, Rodrigo, is like how many things we buy. Like for example, we are using this um, examples of the bread, of the food and everything. But in our normal days, in our day by day of life, how many things that we buy that we don't need, that is not essential for us.
Yeah, if you check
No.
my Amazon list here, you're gonna see how many things I have.
Oh yes, on this lockdown, I with everybody that I have talked, everybody says the same. They like because you are at home and then you are looking for something, then you start to buy
You are
things,
annoyed
especially
at home.
online. Yeah, things that you don't need. Sometimes you buy just because why you buy? Like you don't have even reason to buy that, and you buy things that you don't need. Right? That is not essential for you to survive. That you
yeah.
pretty sure that you will live fine without that
You
thing,
just realize that it's not
Sometimes you
essential
see
when
people.
you get this home, when you get it at home. No, and it's like, why I bought this one?
Sometimes you see people like vegetarian buying meat. Why you buy meat? No, I just bought because I need to survive. I need this. No. But you go vegetarian. Oh yeah, you know. Well,
no, yeah, but
let's see
yes,
what
we
we
have
have.
this habit to buy things that we don't need.
It's because we
Yeah,
get annoyed, we get bored, and then we try to find something else on the shop list.
yeah, exactly. Don says, I never thought of that. The law preservation was in full force. It is, Don. It is. Because our instinct is the most, let's say, the most feeling we have at compared to everything.
It's natural. It's in
Yeah,
us. We like or not like, we have it.
exactly.
So
We
Yeah,
are like, and this selfishness that we have is because of our fear, the fear that I won't have the food for tomorrow, I won't have the toilet for tomorrow, and then that fear make us to be selfish and go there and buy everything. Like it's the fear that make us to be selfish and then make us like, and we don't stop to think, just like you said, because of our instinct, of self-preservation, we just act. I have to buy everything because if not tomorrow I don't have nothing. So I go to the supermarket and buy as much things as I can.
But you see, here we have another comment from Patricia here. She said during the storm, the snowstorm, she learned how to bake her own bread. So this is a sort of way to see, because she just changed. She said, okay, if there's nothing available on the shelves, I'm gonna make myself. But
which is way better than any bread in the shelf.
She learned, but in another hand, she chose during a situation to learn something new, something new for her needs. And then we have people that they still have the need, but prefer to complain about it, to point the fingers. Why did you buy everything? So what you doing actually? What actually you are doing? You are facing a problem. Are you run away? Or are you trying to get it sorted? Find a better way to make things happen.
Yeah. So I want to say hi to John De Rosa. Hi, nice to see you, John. But let's see here. Marcia Leo says, I think our ego is controlling our lives. Marcia, I think let's say she's going to compliment here. Ego needs material things, and in other hand, the spirit needs we work hard to achieve our plenitude. Well, Marcia, I see your point. I agree with your point, but I don't. We are talking something in perhaps the ego doesn't apply, because you go there. You need to survive. You need to. You're fighting for your life. Ego, we say when we have, like, for example, the example of the breads, like we have a trolley with 10 breads and a guy with just one pack of bread.
I need one and I buy 5. No.
Exactly. So when we saw a bunch of videos, people fighting for a hand sanitizer in which they can have, like, I don't know, 100 ml sanitizer takes like 2 or 3 days. You don't need 10. You can need it 2, and I don't know, next week buy another 2. But then we have the ego. So the ego makes we have that feeling that we do not have produced enough. The earth in terms of the soil do not produce what we need. But it's the other way around. So we need to be balanced. We need to survive, but we need to survive with conscience. And this survival with conscience means, okay, it's me and everybody else, not just me.
Yeah. I'm part of a community. I'm a part of a society, Understand more yourself as part of something bigger. I think I got Marcia's point here. She's talking about ego, but ego, I think it's something. If you can put it this way, Marcia, I think ego is something that goes beyond the needs of our survival. We need something for living today. Let's say I need one car for myself to go to work, to go shopping. Why I have two? But I mean, for the people who can buy two, because there are people who cannot buy even one. No, but I think that the way that our lives is, it's nowadays is less people are having everything that they need for today. let's say today I need to have 3 meals: my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner. But then you just realize yourself that you are getting more than what you need. Your body gonna be you're gonna be not destroying your body, but you're gonna get more than you need. You're gonna see the difference by the end of the day with your health, for example. So we need to learn, or we have a long way, a long path to learn exactly what we need for our lives today. As I said before, if I go to my Amazon profile, I will see how much money I spend for nothing.
Yeah.
No, because that's not because of self preservation, or it was not conservation. Because we just annoyed. We just got annoyed. We just got boring at home. So okay, let's see what they have there. Oh, I think I need that. No, something that I think we
Yeah.
should we should think.
Let's see what Don says. According to Carl Jung, the ego is our interface with life. It can be fed by our soul self or our unconscious shadow. It's like a gatekeeper. Perfect. It is. It is true.
You bring
So
light. You brought light to the conversation. Thanks, Don.
yeah, exactly. So according to the spirit's book, what prevail us to progress is one is ego, and the other one is selfishness. So these two things prevail us to evolve, to be a better person, and it's all this about. Uh, it's like the that story for the two wolves were fighting. No, well, one is good, the other one is bad. Both are fighting, and who the wolf who will win the battle is the wolf you fed more. So if you fed more your shadows, your own life, thinking about just yourself, not as a community, it's a problem. If you feed the good, okay, I said, okay, I need this to me, like one for me and one for another, not like two for me, nothing for the other. We have the answer. So it's different for an animal. Let's say an animal. Let's say the perfect balance is like a lion. Let's take the example lion. Lion is in the savannah in Africa, surrounded by other animals, and he only goes to hunt when he is hungry, and he catch what he only gonna eat while he's not hungry. He lives with the other animals in the perfect harmony, in a perfect balanced way.
And they are not rational as us, no?
They are not. They don't have conscious.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we need to learn. I think we, instead of the lions learning with us, we need to learn with the lions. No, we need to learn with the animals. That's the way how it works. So we needed to balance our life. We needed to think more about how I will survive, but at the same time, how I will help my neighbor to survive as well.
Yeah. I think we found two words for this one today. We in the beginning we said only one, that was evolution, but I think when we think about ourselves in a community, no, I think the balance would be the right word. No, to respect somebody else's space, not only space but the needs as well. No, we need to keep this. We need to keep this in balance. And then when we think about ourselves as individuals, I think we should. I think the word evolution fits to the instincts, to the instincts that we're talking about today. And then I agree with Marcia here when she says, "Be a spirit in a material world. This is the great battle." It is the great battle. I think that's the greatest battle.
Yeah, well, Marcia, then we go to question 258 of the Spirit's book. Because why I mentioned this question, this question here. Let me go here to the question. 1 second. 258. I mentioned this question because this question is very important in terms of since we are in constant evolution and we do have to reincarnate. Why do we have to reincarnate? What is our free will here? And the answer is we choose the trials we're going to face, and this is upon our free will. We choose. So if you are facing a problem here, it's because you choose. Why? We choose this because it's like a school. When we are in the spiritual world, we are in school, learning a lot, receiving tons and tons of knowledge, of information. And when we graduated at the university, we go to the field to work and put that knowledge in action. This is what happened to us. So when you leave the college, you say, okay, I want to work for that company. I want to work on this because I want, and you have your answer because of this. So you have your answers. Because why some people choose to go to one part, the other choose to go to other part. It's the same thing here. We are here to work ourselves. Like that thought we always said here, it's people are sick to listen me say the same thing. When you want to have more patience, you do not receive patience. You have opportunities to exercise your patience.
Yeah, just a hint, guys. Don't ask for patience. It doesn't work.
You know, like this. If you need to work your selfishness, you will experience situations in which you need to exercise your selfishness in a lower level. That's why. That's what happened. Nobody gonna give you from now on like a fairy tale, like a godmother. From now on, you are not a selfishness person anymore. No, it's not like this. You need to face challenges in order to exercise this, in order to be resilient with this. With this virtue, you need to work. We need to work.
And just in the other hand, don't stay in the comfortable zone. Otherwise, we will not go through our evolution. You know? Where am I now? Is okay. I don't need to face any challenge. Go for the challenge, go for the battle. No, because now we are telling that being a spirit in a material world, that's the great battle. But if you go back 2 million years ago, live in a primitive world, that was the battle for that time. And then when you're looking forward, 100 years, 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years, how gonna be our battle? How we are preparing the world, or preparing ourselves, or preparing the humankind for the next battle that we don't know what you gonna be. We were not prepared for that battle that you are facing now, for the COVID-19. We're not prepared. We are getting there. We're preparing, but there is a long way. It's still a long way to go to win that battle. And what's coming after? What's coming next?
I need to move
Yeah.
my thing here. I'm running out of battery. I need to put more juice.
Yeah, and I think the greatest battle that we have, and this one will be is really the biggest one, is the moral ones. That's the greatest battle of all the times.
Well, the
Because,
moral
like,
law, everything is everything. You know, like when you think we fix something, we unbalance another thing.
That's us. Yeah.
That's why we need to eat soup by the board. No, like small. We cannot go in the middle because the middle is too hot. We need to go bits by bits.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I have three more minutes, guys, to finish. But this is the idea we want to bring to you in order to understand that we do have the instinct, and sometimes the instinct it's very live inside of us, and we needed to learn how to live with that and how to balance it.
Yeah.
This is what.
Just something here. Do you want to know how are your instincts right now? Have a problem in the traffic. If someone just cross yourself there in the traffic, how are you gonna react to that? You're gonna say, okay, he might mistake, and he might just, it was not on purpose. Or you're gonna hunt him down and say, do not do this anymore. No.
Yeah, good one, Rodrigo. Yeah.
Yeah, because all the time when we talk about this, everyone is bringing something about the traffic, about how to survive in a big city or whatever. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys in America has automatic cars. You don't need to stay with your feet in a clutch. So
They're everywhere. I think there is no good drivers around the world. No, it's not just
yeah,
there,
yeah,
it's here or whatever, or whenever. So everywhere.
yeah. So
Yes,
thank you,
sure.
Don, for your comments. Excellent talk today, my friends. I got a lot out of it. Something new to think about. Always you need to think about. No, it's life. It's life. You know. But thank you very much. Thank you all the comments. I'm very grateful with the feedback we are receiving, like Marcia, Leo, Don, Wagner Joy. Thank you for your comments, guys. Patricia, John De Rosa. So thank you very much for your comments. Thank you very much for your viewpoint here. This is important for us. As we said at the beginning, we are here not in a position to teach anything to anybody. We are in a position here to discuss what we read, what it is our interpretation, and what is our experience when we try to apply these things in our lives. So sometimes we screw up, sometimes we succeed, and sometimes, and most of the times, it's a work in progress.
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, very true.
Nate, just because you were the last one to join, would you mind to do a final prayer for us?
Sure, sure. Just a quick reminder, guys. Tomorrow we have our studies group, so if you want to join, just send an email for the Spirit Society of Ireland. Do you have the email?
Yeah.
If you have,
Right.
every Wednesday we have our students group. We are doing now the Spitz book. We are exactly on this topic that we are discussing here today now, and is an open group. Is by the Zoom. We are not doing this open like this talk. Is a closed one by Zoom. If you have interest, you want to join us, just send an email to the spiritismisland@gmail.com, and I will reply to you with the the details to join us. Okay, everything is done in English, and you just have to be curious and be open heart and want to learn more about spiritism. There is nothing special about it.
And the best part of the group on Wednesday, they have a native English speaker, guys. So it won't be that hard won't be so painful to listen to us.
Gives her joy there because she's a Irish person with
so it'll be
great knowledge
better.
about the spiritism. She knows a lot of things. We have to learn a lot with her, and she's being a kind of angel for us. So thank you, Nate. Thank you, Tanya, for your effort in order to make this group live. And also, don't forget, we do have our lives every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I'll see you next Thursday. So, Nate, would you mind to wrap up?
Yep. So we have some connection problem here, but I hope that will be good for the last few words. So let's take a deep breath. Let's raise our thoughts to the Master Jesus, to the high spirits, and just say thanks. Thanks for this opportunity. Thanks to be here again with everybody. This great opportunity that we have to share thoughts and to study together. Thanks God for our life, for everything that we are achieved. That we all have a good week and we can meet here again next time. So be it. Amen.
Thank you very much, Nate. Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, guys. Have a good week.
I
See
hope
you
to
again
see
soon.
you. So thank you very much for your time, for your availability. I'll see you on Thursday.
Bye bye.
Okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.